And good evening. Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos State Government organizes stakeholders forum to ensure regulated parking structure. House of Representatives seeks change from presidential to parliamentary system over high costs of governance. On the foreign scene, Turkish government under pressure as rescuers battle to save workers trapped in gold mine. And in sports, a Perigos trio of William Tristekong, Ola Aino, Ademola Lukman make 2023 AFCON Best 11. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. To ensure a regulated parking structure, the Lagos State Parking Authority, LASPA, has organized a stakeholders forum to enable residents key into the policies of the state government in line with global best practices. Speaking at the event, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu expressed his administration's commitment to its integrated urban transport system in line with the letter T of the Themes Plus Developmental Agenda, which stands for Traffic Management and Transportation. Governor Sanwo-Olu commended the State House of Assembly for providing the needed legislation to back up the activities of LASPA and the collaboration with local governments to ensure successful implementation of government plans and policies on parking systems.
We're utilizing existing legal rules suitable to accommodate on-street parking and to create additional parking spaces, especially in areas with high parking traffic. The on-street parking scheme, as in most of our projects, is being done in partnership with also the private sector, so that we can truly create a public-private partnership that will work, that will be engaging, and that will be transparent. And we believe that it is in order for us to benefit and see the effectiveness and efficiency of the policy, and to help at delivering high quality service that will meet the needs of our ever increasing population.
Earlier in her welcome address, General Manager of LASPA, Adebisi Adelabu, noted that the agency has identified over 20,000 setbacks suitable for parking across the state, and more than 13,000 are already in use while efforts are ongoing to identify more. According to Adelabu, over 1,800 parking slots have been created through on-street parking strategy and 1,162 signages installed to make parking easy for Lagosians.
Across the world and in most metropolitan cities, parking is a strategic tool in traffic management, and we aim to ensure our efforts to address all parking issues are successful, thereby positioning Lagos as a leading light amongst other cities when it comes to parking management.
The Stakeholders Forum is with the theme Parking in Lagos, the Journey So Far, assessing the social and economic impact of the sector. Our correspondent Adela Akindele quotes Governor Sanwo-Olu as saying that the much-anticipated launch of the Red Line Rail project by President Bola Tinubu will take place on the 29th of this month in Ikeja. The Lagos State Government, in collaboration with the Association of Certified Forensic Intelligence and Crime Analysts, has commenced a 2-day workshop on traffic incident management for senior officers of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA. Commissioner for Transportation Oluwaseun Oshiemi, while declaring the workshop open, said the training was in line with traffic management and transportation as one of the cardinal programs of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, as captured in the administration's Themes Plus Developmental Agenda. Oshiemi explained that the government is investing huge resources in training and retraining of LASPA personnel to guarantee a refined and robust traffic management system as well as reduce traffic congestion across the state. Earlier in his welcome address, the convener of the workshop, Abiola Allen, stated that traffic incidents can be destructive in a metropolitan city like Lagos if not well managed. The Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority (LASPA) has commenced a general audit exercise on buildings in Lagos State to assess compliance with planning permit laws and regulations, just as it encouraged owners/developers to regularize areas of default. Speaking on the exercise, the Director, Monitoring and Compliance Unit of the Authority, Iyola Olarinde, said the exercise is also designed to carry out monitoring of buildings under construction to verify if they obtained a planning permit and confirm that relevant professionals are the ones handling the building projects to avoid building collapse. According to him, the exercise is to re-strategize on previous enforcement embarked upon, as well as assess owners, developers' responses and notices issued on their properties. Olarinde said during this special exercise, all properties that have contravened, been served notices, sealed and have broken the seals will be visited again and made to face the wrath of the law. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency NIMET says the excessive heat being experienced in the country presently will remain for a while. NIMET, in its weather and climate updates posted on its official X page, also outlined the weather indications and provided guidance to the public on how to manage the situation. It says the heat could lead to dehydration and also cause fainting, heat rashes, weakness of the body, slight fever, respiratory issues, and increased vulnerability to chronic conditions. The agency tasks Nigerians on adequate fluid intake and also enjoins residents to seek shade, use fans, and wear light, breathable clothing to reduce exposure to high temperatures. Now to the rest of the stories. About 60 members of the House of Representatives are currently seeking amendments to the 1999 Constitution from the current presidential system to the parliamentary system of government, led by a lawmaker representing Lagos State, Wale Raji. The lawmakers identified the need for reducing the cost of government and robust policy debates, among others, as some of the reasons for demanding a return to the parliamentary system. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has announced an over 37-member Constitution Review Committee on the 1999 Constitution to be chaired by the Deputy Senate President, Barau Jibrin. According to Akpabio, the committee would also comprise one lawmaker from each geopolitical zone and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Abuja. He noted that the committee in particular will review the laws in the area of artificial intelligence, state police, among others, and is expected to be inaugurated next week, Tuesday. This is coming after there has been a clamor for state police as Nigeria grapples with worsening security challenges such as kidnapping and banditry. The West African Examinations Council, WAEC, has released the results of its West African Senior School Certificate Examination, WASC, for private candidates. In a statement released by the Public Affairs Department of WAEC in Nigeria, the council said the total number of candidates who registered for the exam was 85,600, out of which 80,904 wrote the exam between October 27 and December 2023. According to the statement, 46,267 candidates obtained credits and above in a minimum of 5 subjects with or without English language and or mathematics. 35,830 candidates obtained credits and above in a minimum of 5 subjects including English language and mathematics. It's at a total of 78,419 candidates have their results fully processed and released, while 2,485 candidates have a few of their subjects still being processed due to some errors traceable to them. And now to foreign news. The Turkish government has come under pressure to shut down a gold mine buried by a massive landslide as hundreds of rescuers battle to save at least 9 trapped workers. The Union of Chambers of Turkish Engineers and Architects advised the government to close the copper mine in the eastern town of Lik immediately. The union said its past warnings about a looming disaster has gone unheeded, and all those responsible for the disaster should be held accountable before the judiciary. Rescuers were deployed to search through cyanide-saturated soil to save the workers who were trapped when 10 million cubic meters of sludge rolled over their open pit. And now sports. The Super Eagles trio of William Troost Ekong, Ola Aino, and Ademola Lookman have been included in the best 11 for the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. The three players were recognized for their impressive performance for the three-time champions in Côte d'Ivoire. Troost Ekong, who was named player of the tournament, scored 3 goals for Nigeria in the competition, while his fellow defender Aino was named the best right back. Atlanta winger Ademola Lookman scored 3 goals for the Super Eagles at the AFCON 2023 finals. Host Côte d'Ivoire, the new African champions, have 3 players named in the best 11. The players are Gislan Konan, Jean-Michael Sherry, and Frank Kessie. South Africa's Zoen Williams and Teboho Mokoena also made the selection as Congo Democratic Republic duo Yohan Wissa and Chancel Mbemba. And that's all for the news at 6. Just before we go, stay alive. Make use of pedestrian bridges where available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration completed the renovation of the library at the State Criminal Investigation Department, Wanti Yaba? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. To ensure a regulated parking structure, the Lagos State Parking Authority, LASPA, has organized a stakeholders forum to enable residents key into the policies of the state government in line with global best practices. About 60 members of the House of Representatives are currently seeking amendments to the 1999 Constitution from the current presidential system to the parliamentary system of government. We also told you that the Turkish government has come under pressure to shut down a gold mine buried by a massive landslide as hundreds of rescuers battle to save at least 9 trapped workers. And in sports, Super Eagles trio of William Troost Ekong, Ola Aino, and Ademola Lookman have been included in Best 11 for the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagostate.gov.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluboroku. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.